If you want to know where a market is going, do not watch what consumers are buying. Watch what the experts are buying for themselves. Professional mechanics spend their working lives underneath modern vehicles. They see the software lockout problem not as a theory, but as a daily operational reality. They know exactly which repairs they can no longer complete without manufacturer authorization. They know exactly what dealer-only diagnostic access costs their customers every single week. They understand the system from the inside in a way that no amount of reading can replicate. And right now, in workshops and garages across the country, professional mechanics are quietly acquiring specific older vehicles for their own families. Not collector cars, not restoration projects. Daily drivers, the vehicles they have personally decided they want to own before a specific deadline arrives. That deadline is 2026. And if you do not know what happens in 2026, that is exactly what this video is about. Buried inside the 2021 Federal Infrastructure Bill is a mandate that has received almost no mainstream coverage. It requires all new passenger vehicles sold in the United States to be fitted with advanced impaired driving detection technology by the 2026 model year. The system uses interior cameras to monitor driver eye movement, blink rate, and head position. A software algorithm processes that data in real time, and it holds the legal authority to disable the vehicle if it determines the driver may be impaired. There is no manual override. There is no human being in the decision loop. The determination is made by code, running on a remote server, applied to a camera feed inside your car while you are driving. Mechanics who understand what this means are not waiting to see how it plays out. They are making their vehicle purchases now before the transition point, before the pre-mandate used inventory shrinks, and before mainstream awareness drives prices to a level that removes the option for the average buyer. The vehicles they are choosing are not random. Independent shop owners, fleet mechanics, and automotive engineers consistently identify the same 4 vehicles when asked what they are personally buying. Here is that list. The first vehicle is the Toyota Tacoma First Generation, built between 1995 and 2004. This is the last generation of this platform, built before electronic throttle control and before manufacturer remote access architecture became standard equipment. The engines fitted to this generation are documented past 350,000 miles without rebuild in normal use. Reliability is a major reason mechanics value these trucks. Frame rust is the one structural weakness to inspect for. Examples from the Pacific Northwest and Rust Belt states require careful inspection underneath, while southern and western examples are largely clear of this problem. Mechanics cite 2 reasons above all others for choosing this vehicle personally. Parts are available everywhere without software authorization, and the diagnostic process requires no proprietary manufacturer equipment of any kind. The second vehicle is the Ford F-250, fitted with the 7.3-liter Power-Stroke diesel engine, built between 1994 and 2003. This engine is cited by diesel mechanics with a consistency that is almost universal as the most mechanically reliable diesel engine ever fitted to a light truck platform for the consumer market. There is no diesel particulate filter, there is no selective catalytic reduction system, there is no emissions control computer-generating fault codes that require dealer diagnostic access to clear. Fleet operators have documented examples past 500,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. Every repair can be completed with standard hand tools, using documentation that has been freely available for over 20 years. Mechanics who drive heavy loads, tow frequently, or work in conditions that demand genuine reliability consistently identify this as their personal first choice. The third vehicle is the Lexus LX 470, built between 1998 and 2007. This vehicle represents what mechanics call a market mispricing. Buyers associate it with European luxury brands and assume the maintenance costs are equivalent. They are not. The LX470 is built on the Toyota Land Cruiser platform. The engine is the same unit fitted to Land Cruisers documented past 400,000 miles in global commercial fleet use. Parts are interchangeable with Toyota Land Cruiser components, and they are available from dozens of independent suppliers at standard retail prices. Mechanics who understand this buy Lexus LX470s at used Lexus prices and maintain them at Toyota Land Cruiser costs. The gap between those two numbers is where the value is. There is no software dependency and no manufacturer remote access. It is a complete transaction the day you pay. The fourth vehicle is the Honda CR-V, first and second generation, built from 1997 to 2006. This is the most accessible vehicle on this list by purchase price. Running examples in reasonable condition are available in most markets for under $4,000. The engines fitted to this generation are among the most documented and independently supported engines ever produced for the consumer market. The community of independent mechanics and owners who have published repair documentation, parts guides, and troubleshooting resources for these engines is enormous and has been active for nearly 30 years. Mechanics consistently cite one reason above all others for personally choosing this vehicle. There is no software dependency anywhere in the ownership experience. You buy it, you drive it, you fix it yourself if it needs fixing. The transaction is complete. These four vehicles sit in a window that is closing. As the 2026 mandate vehicles begin rolling off production lines, the pre-mandate used inventory stops growing. Every clean example that passes into the hands of a buyer who understands the timeline is an example removed from available supply permanently. The mechanics buying these vehicles right now are not doing so because they found a good deal. They are doing so because they understand supply, they understand the deadline, and they are moving before the rest of the market processes what those two things mean together. The buyers who are in this market today are paying today's prices. The buyers who arrive after mainstream awareness catches up will pay a different number entirely. The mechanics already know which side of that line they want to be on. Now you do too. If you want the exact model years, the specific variants to target, and the red flags to avoid when buying any vehicle from this window in today's used market, that video is coming next. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss it.